Hello, everyone. This is Mystic Storm here to clear the path to a new life with you. I hope you're having a wonderful day, evening, wherever you're catching this. And I just want to remind you that I'm here to bring encouragement, inspiration, and guidance to you, especially through we move through these astrological events, as we move through the wheel of the year. And sometimes we get discouraged. Sometimes we feel like all hope is lost. But to come here and gather and watch and see what spirits, see what our ancestors, see what our gods have to say to keep us uplifted and keep us motivated to keep going is really good. I'm just gonna say it's really good. It's really good. Okay. We are in Virgo season, and with us being in Virgo season, the Virgo new moon was this past Saturday as I'm filming this, and Virgo is all about, it gets a bad rep with perfectionism. I'm just gonna start off there, okay? Perfectionism. So just be mindful of how your inner voice, your inner thoughts are going. Procrastination may be very, very, like you probably already procrastinate, but it might be on 10, on 100 because of Virgo energy, because we want things to be a certain way. We see how we want it, and we want it to look just like that, okay? This is where our systems come into place, our organization, that's what's sticking out, our work habits, our health, our fitness, okay? This is all what Virgo rules. And it's also Virgo rules the sixth house in astrology, and the planetary ruler is Mercury, okay? So think about that. We are also approaching Mercury retrograde. So with Virgo's energy here, talking about systems and work habits, health, fitness, service given, organization, things coupled with Mercury retrograde, there may be some energy where we might feel like nothing is going our way. Okay, I'm looking at the chart to see. I pulled up the new moon chart. Okay, and Mercury is sitting in the third house in Libra, and it is opposition. It is opposition Jupiter retrograde in the ninth house in Aries. Okay, so this is partnerships, relationships versus self. Partnerships and relationships versus self. Okay, so we have to just be mindful how we communicate, how we're thinking, how we approach and network other people, and and it also using the wisdom and the knowledge that we've gained about ourselves in order to navigate these new relationships or relationship squirrels, or how to better network. Okay, I feel like more communication is going to be made due to the fact that we are trying to elevate the self, elevate ourselves, right? To get more status, to get to feel more mature and seasoned. I don't know why I'm getting like seasoned, like a sage, okay? So we're probably using our knowledge to network with people, or using our knowledge in order to calm down different tensions between relationships. But I will also say within this, this can have an energy to be boastful. Okay, so because it's in opposition, so ego might play a big part in this. And when I say ego is not necessarily a bad thing. because that's where pride comes in. You wouldn't probably put yourself out there if you didn't feel like, you had what it takes, right? We need that confidence. We need that push. But there's a fine line and a balance between, being so boastful that you're tearing somebody else down, okay? Or you're sending out negative energy to said person or a said situation because you feel like you're deserving. There's a sense of where we have to also be a little bit humble in this as well. Okay, so just touching on Mercury right there as it prepares to go retrograde. So that might be a common theme. Relationships may be a common theme during this time. And just know that you've been around the block. You've learned some things. It doesn't matter how old you are. There's lessons that you've learned, and that's okay. And use those lessons to your advantage during this time. Okay. So yeah. So we're going to use this Virgo energy and get down to the nitty gritty, right? Sometimes, as we can be overly critical and very analytical about these things, we might lose sight of what really is going on in the grand scheme of things. Okay, I'm looking one more time to look at Virgo's energy. And yeah, the Virgo is sitting between the second and third house. So, second house, all about business, career, money matters, also self worth. Okay, and then again, the third house is ruled by Mercury, so it's still giving half of that. So that's how we communicate, how we negotiate, how we see our peers, how we our inner voice, our intuition, right? Our downloads we're getting from source, from the divine, from our ancestors. Okay, so this is all playing a part in this, and I feel like this is going to help us reap the harvest that's coming up for the fall. And I think that this is also going to really, really help us get our momentum going. And I am looking at the sun and the moon as it was conjunct for that new moon energy, because it does last for the whole cycle. It is squared. It does have some tension with Mars and Gemini in the 11th house. Okay, this is Aquarius energy. This is friends, technology, uh, hopes, wishes, and desires, right? And Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is also third house energy. Come on, Mercury is playing a big part in this as we're going towards Mercury retrograde. And with this, I thought I was done looking at my computer, but obviously I'm like, no. So with Mars, and Mars is Aries energy, but it's also action, it's force, it's war. Okay? It's war. And Aquarius energy is like the world energy, it's humanitarian energy. Okay? So there might be some tension within the world, right, itself. We might see some instances as far as like how war is going to play a part in, the upcoming months. Or we could see how our emotions and our conscious mind, like our emotions and our conscious mind, how it affects us going our day to day into taking action, right? And it's all about the mind. Okay, we have to get that balance set in our mind. We might be getting polar opposites. We might be at a crossroads. Which way, this way, I don't know, right? But Mars is sitting here to also help. And it's funny because, yeah, the sun, the moon, and Virgo, they're both at 4 degrees, squared with Mars, which is also at 4 degrees. So we got 444. 444, that's balance. That's stability. That's foundational. Okay? and then 8, then 12 reduces back to 3. That will give me also, you know, mind, body, spirit, right? And we talking about the emotional body, but I did get a download that the emotional body is a subcategory to the mental. Okay, it's a subcategory to the mental, and I also feel like it really also connects all three. It's a subcategory of the all three. Now that I'm thinking about it, because emotions can affect the mind, emotions can affect the body, because you can get so much crippling anxiety to the point where it affects your body. And then it also, emotions can affect you spiritually. So emotionally, it ties in to the three pillars of the mind, body, spirit. Okay, and emotions play a big part in that. Okay, I kind of see like the mind, body, spirit as the base, and then the emotional body at the top. Okay, even though, you know, you probably would think spirit is at the top, but that's just how I'm seeing it visually in my mind's eye. Okay, so taking a pause here, we talked about 444, right? And the sun, moon is squared Mars. And with this energy, yeah, it's about how are we coupling our emotions and our conscious mind, and how is it fueling us to keep going? Okay, this is where we have to be more tuned in to the future, right? We're connecting more to our future selves. And if we want to align to that future self of how we see ourselves, we have to make those said choices in the now. Connecting the future with the now, okay? It's something that is that's going to really help during this time, okay? All right. I want to pause here as far as looking at the chart. I will look at it, you know, as we go on. I didn't expect to go in as deep looking at the chart, but you know, once you start getting into something, it's just like, here we go. So, we are going to do a reading. We're going to focus more ancestral today, and to see what our ancestors have, the wisdom that they have for us to navigate these times. How can we get more focused and not a pressured focus, not filled with worry and anxiety? How can we go through this effortlessly and confidently in order to continue this path down the road to reap the harvest and just enjoy the journey? Okay. So we're going to tap into the ancestors. I'm going to take a few deep breaths to stabilize. I'm seeing a lot of yellow. Then I'm also getting like, is it like a staff? It's kind of like curved here. But it can also be like the lantern too, which could be like Virgo energy because that's the hermit. Oh, but the yellow could be the bright light with the staff cane, Hermit energy, okay? So this is a prime time to go within. I think, we already knew that with Virgo's energy. If you didn't know, that's okay. But really going into reflection mode and looking at your inner demons and becoming friends with them. That's kind of like, what? But knowing your demons, and also knowing that your demons don't necessarily define you. They are here to show you what's stirring you up. There's something here that needs attention. Okay? It's not necessarily to say you're a bad person or, think negatively about yourself if you have said demons. Everybody got demons. And demons aren't all bad. Let's get that right. There's light and dark to everything. But, and then the demons could just be within the shadow. If we want to go there, if we want to broaden it, the shadow stuff. So getting more comfortable with the shadow and knowing that the shadow is also the subconscious. It can control your moves without you really knowing it. And in order to get a grip on your subconscious, and your subconscious could be routines, because that's the past energy. It's habitual. It was habitual at one point, but now you don't need that anymore. So how can you, but it's still driving you, even though you probably moved on, even though you probably trying to, change up your life, you trying to start new ventures, you trying to start that new health plan, you trying to get your mental game up, you trying to get your health together, you trying to get more organized in your business. But guess what? The driving force habitually is the subconscious past energy. And as I'm talking about this, yeah, there she go. Miss Willow is right here. Hi, Mama. Okay. So, yeah, we went from demons to shadow, subconscious. Okay, you see how we talked about demons and I said it's something deeper. It's the subconscious mind. Okay, well, that's giving Piscean energy, 12th house energy. Let's look to see what's at the 12th house. Lilith in the sign of Cancer. Okay, that's deep emotions, right? That's the mother archetype too. That's the ruler of the 4th house, so it's also home. So it could be things, going within the home right now, or had happened in the past. It might be mother wounds here, right? It could be also emotions towards said events in order, because Lilith is also like the deep desires. Your desires did not line up to or did not align to the health of your well-being. So something had to end. And we're still in the point of healing. Okay? So yeah, let's keep going. I didn't even pull any cards. We're like, I'm filming this and it's like 19, almost 20 minutes in. And yeah, but that's okay. I feel like a lot of times now, like, I like pulling cards. I love pulling cards. But at the same time, I want to get the messages out before I start pulling, But and then any additional messages we can get, with the cards, okay? So we're gonna start pulling. We're tapping into the ancestors. Ancestors, I call upon you right now to give us messages, guidance that we need in order to navigate these times during Virgo season. with the Virgo new moon. I'm going to also put the Pisces full moon here and Mercury retrograde. Okay. We have now, I'm going to show you these. This is seven of cups technically. But I'm going to go off the images here. I'm going to show you the siren. It's the siren. Alright. We got a lot of water. We're talking about emotions. When we're talking about the emotional body, let's look at these images. And how I said the emotions probably the top, because that's also what fuels magic. Let's get there. Let's get there. Let's get clear. Your emotions got to be in it in order for intentions and manifestations and co-creation with the universe to shake, right? And I say shake. Oh, yeah. To shift and change. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. And it's funny because we kind of have like the siren can also be looked at as Yemoja, even though they have Yemoja in this deck. And this is the New Orleans Voodoo deck. But it's funny because we have the siren here on one side and Oya on the other, because there is some tension between Yemoja and Oya. If you've read those stories, if we're talking about Orisha right now, but what I'm getting here is like we're diving deep within our emotions, within our subconscious here. We got the whale at the back, you know, so that's why I'm thinking like diving deep. Definitely subconscious healing for sure. Okay, healing, deep healing within the self. And I feel like we need to focus on releasing a lot of these emotions from our ori, our head, our mind, right? Unleashing those. But first, we have to identify. We have to identify what they are. If we don't know what's driving us, how can we steer? How can we navigate? I'm also getting like chariot energy right now in tarot, in the traditional tarot, because it's like, you know, you have the white horse and the black horse, and then you have the person steering it. It's steering your subconscious is the black horse, right? Or your shadow self. And then we got the conscious mind, we got the higher self right here with the white horse, and they're trying to go different directions, but you trying to keep everybody, you know, together and on point and ride out. So in order for there to be a cohesiveness with what you're trying to do moving forward, you have to release a lot of the old trauma, a lot of the old limiting beliefs. Yeah, limiting beliefs can also be 12th house energy, like limiting beliefs within your desires, limiting beliefs on how certain things make you feel, tapping into how this makes you feel. Okay, releasing that, also shifting the energy, changing the vibration. It's like, how can you remove said energy from your head, from your mind, from your subconscious? Change the vibration. Okay, this could definitely be music, since we got the drum here. You may want to do drum circles. You may want to change the music that you're listening to. You may want to play an instrument. You may want to definitely dance too. Also, dancing is here. And it's funny because I was like, well, we don't have, you know, the three, like the maiden, mother, crone, or Oshun, Yemoya, Oya, right? Oya is here plainly, but hidden is the maiden. And that's Oshun's energy because because she's dance, music. But she's also water, the water archetype. Okay? And we talked about desires. Desires in water element has to do with the sacral chakra. Okay? The sacral chakra is ruled by Venus. Venus energy is also coupled and ruled with Oshun. Okay? You see how we had to dive deeper in order to decode? Right, we're going to look at where Venus is on the chart. Venus is in Leo in the second house. Have confidence in your endeavors. Have the strength and the love for yourself to see your vision through. It can be with business. It can be with financial goals. It can be simply with how you show up in the world, how you view yourself, what makes you feel beautiful, what makes you feel worthy. How do you know that you're worthy, right? Changing that rhythm, getting more upbeat. Put some pep in your step. It's a new walk. It's a new tune. Don't let the rhythm slip you up. Get back on board. Get back in it. Get back into the groove, or find your groove. Find your niche. You may not have had it in the beginning, and that's okay. You may have wanted to get here and you didn't know how to get here. Release. Release. Change. Move. Release. Change. Move. Release. Change. Move. That's the habit you have to make. And every time you might get slipped up, that's all right, because you have to keep diving deeper. You have to heal. You have to make yourself anew. Don't feel like the chaos that come up in your life. Oh yeah. Don't feel like the chaos that come in your life is for the detriment of your life. It's not. It's the shift, this quick change for blessing. This is tower energy in tarot. Destructive, chaotic energy. And I'm like smiling because like the chaos. Oh, the chaos. The chaos makes you dive deeper. The chaos makes you go into solitude. It makes you retreat. It makes you hide. It also makes you escape. 12th house energy, Pisces. Okay? But at the same time, this solitude, well, that's also giving back hermit mode, Virgo. Well, I'm looking at these eggplants. I need to make an offering. Okay, these eggplants for Oya. If you didn't know, eggplants is really good for her. Red wine and rice as well for Oya if you're wanting to do offering. And like, ooh, she's standing upon the freaking tombstone. She is the first and the last breath, the gatekeeper of the ancestors. The ancestors are here to say, we're helping. We're helping through this chaos, through these changes. You may feel like everything is happening to you. No, it's happening for you. And we are here to make sure that you are going to live a prosperous life. But it's up to you what you do with these swift changes. Are you going to let the ocean consume you? And you're going to drown? Are you going to just give up and drown? Or are you going to remember the power you hold and dive deep? Releasing that worry, releasing that entity that is holding you back, that made you feel like you weren't worthy, that made you feel that this could be what people have said to you in the past. Know that they don't carry any weight anymore. You might have had spells put on you by how other people have, what they've said, and they may call on your life. Say, rebuke it. That's not the calling I have on my life. Okay? Find your groove. Find your rhythm. Love. Just simply love. And watch how your vibration continues to elevate. Right now, we might be in a state of shame, of guilt, of blame, of despair. If we just get to Leo energy, Leo or Venus in Leo in the second house, that's courage. Courage to simply love. Courage to simply be. Watch how we get higher. I'm going higher, higher, closer to my dreams. Okay? We're getting higher. And Venus, I'm looking over here. Venus is opposition Saturn retrograde in Aquarius in the 8th house. 8th house energy is scorpionic energy. So this is the transformation. This is heavy. We're putting lessons upon lessons upon lessons with Saturn energy in the 8th house. That's transformation, right? This metamorphosis is going to take some time to brew, to fester up. Especially, it's going to be coupled with a lot of lessons, coupled with responsibilities, coupled with restrictions. And we may feel like we're restricted, but that's okay. That's okay. It's movement still. It's movement still. Okay? This is to shape our future. Okay? I'm here. You asked for it. You asked for it. You being put through the ringer. You're being put to the test. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Okay? Yeah. And we got, and with these oppositions between Venus and Leo and Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, they are both squared off to Uranus and Taurus. Okay? In the 10th house. This is career. This is public image. What else is it? Ooh, goals, structure, reputation. It's the masculine energy. It's the father. This can also be fame. Okay? Long-term, like the long-term goals. Status. So with Uranus here in Taurus, it's changing the game. It's changing the game as far as how you view your goals. How can you be more creative? How can you think on your toes? When shit hit the fan, what you gonna do? How are you gonna be innovative to keep things moving, to keep things shaking, no matter what? Now, I'm not saying that you don't have time to rest and heal and recalibrate. Because this is a part of the process too. Okay? Doing that, you're going to, if you take that time to heal, rest, recalibrate, plan, right? This is what Virgo energy is for, right? It's on. It's on. It's unexpected shifts, unexpected changes. All these it's to deepen your understanding of life. I'm hearing test the limits of self. There's no limit to what you can do. So stop putting limits on yourself. Yes, there's restrictions sometimes. Yes, there may be blockages sometimes. How are you going to work around it? How are you going to work around it? Change the energy, the vibration, attune yourself. Attune yourself to what you're trying to accomplish. I just heard like a dial tone, like a, so you can do, what you dialing in? Who you calling on? Who you calling on? It's like, what was that show, that game show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Is that what it was? Who wants to phone in a friend? Who you gonna phone in time of need? Better be the spiritual team. Better be your ancestors. Ancestors say, call on me. Call on me. And we'll help you. Okay? Alright. I'm loving this. Whew. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine Source. Thank you, Ancestors, at this time. Yes, Ashe. We're going to keep going. We're going to do the Hoodoo Tarot. Okay. I'm going to take. Yeah, because we got 9 of Knives. We got the Strength card. Wheel of Fortune. Aunt Caroline. Yeah, 2 of Coins. With 2 of Sticks at the base. Man, you are supported in this journey. So therefore, lay your burdens down. No need to fear. No need to fear. You're fearing, and when I say you, I'm also talking about myself sometimes. So if I don't say we, just know we all collective. I always try to make sure I say that. Peaches. You know, peaches are like sacral chakra energy, right? So that's the sense of self-worth. But also peaches could be like fruitful, abundant. I'm getting also fertility. You know, a lot of people may be fearing or have a lot of anxiety in this. They may not feel fruitful. They may not feel worthy. They may not feel like they're good enough. Man, it's okay to be afraid. But don't let the fear consume you. Because a peach is still a peach. You put a knife through it, it's still a peach. You can cut it up. Are you gonna make peach cobbler? Are you gonna just dice it up, put some cinnamon on it? You're so worried. We're so worried about the peach not still being the same as it was before. But that's how we create. We change things. We manipulate things. So when things are shifted, when things change, The root, the core of who you are is still the same. But what are you going to transform into? How do you want to be? Are you just going to leave the knife, the changes, the abrupt changes there, and just let it sit to rot? Or are you going to make something of it? It takes strength. It takes courage. Again, that's the Venus and Leo right now. Let's admire how beautiful she is. Do you see your beauty? Do you see the fierceness within you? Do you see the boldness? Tap into that. There's no reason to be defeated. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. Know that this is also fated. Know that these lessons are here for a reason. It's to bring you depth. Okay? Bring you depth. Don't be afraid to dive deeper. Don't be afraid to continue to learn yourself. Don't be afraid to continue healing, because learning, healing, life is not linear. Okay? It's not linear. It's cyclical. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's a spiral. And we learn that time is an illusion. You can feel very old in your youth and very young in your adult life. It's all about what you tap into. Okay? And then Two of Coins. Balance. Balancing the light and the dark. And what is this, a tidal wave? This is a flipping tidal wave behind them. Are you going to ride it? Are you going to know what to do? This is the wisdom. This is the wisdom that comes with 9th house energy. Yeah, Jupiter retrograde in Aries. And then also we got Neptune retrograde in Pisces. That's like, as above, so below to me. Because, like, Neptune could be the depth of the ocean, right? The deep, the subconscious, right? Jupiter can expand to the highest, to the heavens. As above, so below. Two of Coins, that balance of the coin. We even talked about Chariot, the two, light and the dark. This is also balance. Let's see where Libra is. Libra is sitting between the 3rd and the 4th house. The 4th house, again, is about home, family matters, mother archetype, like nurturing emotions. Then we also got the mind here. Also, so maybe also balancing the emotional, the body may be getting there, right? The spirit may be getting there, right? But what's maybe all throwing this off is the emotional body to the mental body. How we speak, how we communicate with ourselves, with our spiritual team, with people. Okay? If we're speaking kind to ourselves, we can turn these peaches into something wholesome and good, right? We gonna make it something mouth-watering, savory. Okay? So again, it's just it's what we make of it. It's what we make of it. And again, the odds are in your favor. That's what we're hearing. It may not, the wheel may turn and it be chaotic over here. But guess what? It's also, I'm seeing like the opposition. As above, so below. The chaos here is all the chaos from above brings the chaos down here. The chaos is also it's making that shift. It's making that transformation for the future. So even though stuff may not look like it's playing out right now for you now, it's definitely setting you up for the future. But again, it's what you do with it. Are you gonna step up? Are you gonna release? Are you gonna want to heal? Are you gonna change your vibration? Are you gonna attune to a higher frequency? Are you gonna call on your ancestors? Are you gonna call on your spiritual team? Phone them in. Who wants to be a millionaire? Get the tools, get the downloads. Like my ear, when I put this, like I can feel like my ear, like it's kind of like heating up, or it's kind of like activating. Who you gonna call? Okay. Now yes, Ghostbusters came in my head, but you know what I mean. Who you gonna call? All right. Yes. So we're gonna continue. I'm gonna pull some cards here and there just to close us out. And yeah, Spirit is always on time. We want to operate on our time all the time, but remember, it's divine orchestration. If you ain't there yet, you ain't there yet. Again, time is an illusion. When you get there, you get there. Okay? We're gonna go to the Dragon Oracle cards because we're talking about ancestors. Dragons are ancient ancestors if you work with draconic energy. Alright? Let's see. Crystal Yellow Dragon opens you to higher learning and wisdom. Expand your crown chakra for illumination. Walk the higher spiritual path. Okay? Walk the higher spiritual path. Again, we're attuning, we're aligning, we're elevating at this time. We're bring this shift in energy is to help us reach higher. Okay, so Crystal Yellow Dragon, you may want to work with this dragon. You may want to hold on. I don't know why it's something right here. Yeah, opens you to higher learning and wisdom. Okay. And you may also want to, since we said the crystal yellow, work with citrine. This is a perfect time to work with citrine. You can also do carnelian too, since we got like the orange in here too. And I'm seeing green aventurine. And it's funny because the dragon is holding the crystal and it's like a sunbeam. It looks like a sunbeam coming off of it. So those are the crystals that might work well during this time. Carnelian, sacral chakra, citrine, solar plexus, and green aventurine, heart. Okay? Yeah, that's beautiful. All right. All right. I'm hearing the soul cards. Yeah, you're emerging, we're sprouting. I feel like we're sprouting, but we're still in that say cocoon. I'm saying feeling like cocoon. We're still in that burial phase, that dark phase. We're still learning some stuff about ourselves, but we are on the verge, I feel like, of sprouting up, right? Elevating higher to bloom. I'm hearing, came out the concrete. The concrete rose. Is it Tiana Taylor? Okay. You know, it doesn't matter your situation, the circumstances, the odds may be against you, but you can still grow in any environment. You can still elevate in any environment. It takes fortitude and strength, and to keep your vibration, keep your frequency back up. Music plays a big part in this. Music can change how you feel, you know. So definitely work with music. You may hear tones, but it's like 2 octaves up. I don't even think I can sing that. You may hear ringing in your ear. You may be developing clairaudience. Okay. Don't be afraid. It's kind of like static, kind of like with the radio stations. I seen this. Don't remember the channel. It was like a couple of years ago when I was trying to develop my clairaudience, and she's like, you have to tune in. And we talked about aligning, right? Tuning into the frequency. So I think, like, you know, you're off track. So if you're hearing the ringing, you can, like, okay, I hear you. Can we dial it up or down to let me hear what you have to say? And just open your mind, open up to receive the downloads, right? Open up to receive the downloads. So whatever is spilling out of your mind, your consciousness at this time, that's going to be, ooh, I just said to open up to the higher wisdom. You're gonna get that. We might have been very closed off and thought that all hope was lost, everything was dead with no transformation, stagnant, done. But it's not the case. Okay. I'm here to work your light. I'm hearing Uja Seneb. Uja Seneb. If y'all on Free Soul and Lava, come on, Free Soul and Lava. And his name is FR33SOL, Free Soul. And then his wife is Lava, LAVVA. Power couple when it comes to high vibrational music. Okay, I love them. All right, let's continue. This is the Work Your Light Oracle. Protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. And it says break the chains. Break the chains too. I'm like, yes, because it said cut the cords, break the chain, ancestral patterns, cut them, the trauma, right? But also the healing come too, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the flipping future. What do you want to be? How do you see yourself? And if you see yourself as that's where you want to head, that's where you want to go to. If not, break the chain, cut it, call your power back, protect yourself, cut the cords, protect yourself, set boundaries. That's what Saturn does. Saturn is a bad rep, but Saturn is the protection, because it shows us, hey, you gotta act right. You gotta do what you need to do. Or how you gonna let that happen? What you gonna do with that? Come on with it. Whew. And it's like I said, say boundaries. It's saying no. Look, I'm going to keep going. No. Wait. Postpone. Pause. Say no. It's okay to say no. Look at the lightning here. Look at the lightning here. Oh, yeah. You may feel like you got rejected. You've been told no, too. That could be the flip side. But guess what? The no is here to redirect you. Because that's not for you. It's what? Protection. Rejection is God's protection. Okay? Come on, y'all. I'm getting hype. Alright, I think that's it. I think I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna close out with the wow offering. Because I did not expect to be on here this long. If you are here this long, I bless you. Thank you. And I hope you receive the messages and the downloads that you need. If you're here, comment below. Comment below a lightning bolt. Yeah, a lightning bolt. Let me know you're here. Alright, ancestors, what are final messages you want to bring forth to the collective at this time? Okay. Doubt and hardships. Doubt. It says, offering all to the divine doesn't mean negativity never arises, but you can say, free me from this prison of doubt. I cast this burden to you. And I say, lay your burdens down. Show me your will and restore me to faith and confidence. You may want to screenshot this. I'm silly. Then we got hardships. May I embrace what is happening right now, as baffling or painful as it is. Help me, God, to trust where you are guiding me. I am yours. Release the doubt. Protect yourself. Call back your power. Call back your power. Get your confidence back up. Restore your faith. Tap in what? To the crown chakra, right? Remember, the yellow crystal dragon can help with that, okay? We're opening up. We're seeing the possibilities. We're seeing the light. We're releasing those limiting beliefs. We realize what? We have wings. We can fly. We can soar. We can shift through different timelines. Okay? It's the emotions. Just emotions taking me over. Caught up in sorrow, lost in the song. Come on. Don't let your emotions take you over. If you caught up in sorrow and lost in the song, in the story, right, that you feel like is called on your life, change the damn channel. Change the channel. R&B is good, but it can pull your heartstrings to keep you stagnant. And it's a time and place. There's balance, right? We can get some Megan Thee Stallion on, but we also need some binaural beats. We need some Free Soul and Lava, okay? So just make sure you're having balance within your life, and all will be well, okay? All right, y'all. thank you for tuning in. I would like to thank the ancestors, my guides, the divine source for helping come in. Thank you, Oshun, Yamoya, and Oya for coming into this reading. And I love you all. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful time. And I will catch you in the next one. See ya.